Hi, my name is Moshe Ben Simon, and I am the PM for the FortiDeceptor product. This video will provide a feature review of the upcoming FortiDeceptor version 4, that plans to be released at the end of July 2021. Before jumping to the new release features, I want to highlight that till the end of 2021, we will release one more major release with plenty of innovation to cover use cases like protecting OT networks, detect sophisticated lateral movement, improve the SOC team efficiency, and threat hunting. We dramatically expand the decoy and lure section by adding 6 new decoys, 2 OT protocol, a new hardware appliance, responder attack detection, and several deception lure. We had 3 new Schneider Electric OT decoy and 2 OT protocol DNP3 and 3 connects to the current SCADA Deception VM. The first decoy is the EcoStruxure BMS server. EcoStruxure Building Management is an integration platform for monitoring, controlling, and managing energy, lighting, fire safety, security, and HVAC system. The second decoy is the PM5560 Power Meter. The PowerLogic PM5000 Power Meter, designed for use in energy management system and building management system, it provides the measurement capabilities needed to allocate energy usage. The third decoy is SCADA PAC 33E. The SCADA PAC eSmart RTU is intelligent microprocessor-based telemetry and control device used by many operational facilities. The DNP3 protocol is communication protocol used in a SCADA and remote monitoring system. It is widely used because it's an open standard protocol. This means that any manufacturer can develop DNP3 equipment that is compatible with other DNP3 equipment. The TreeConnex protocol is both the name of Schneider Electric brand that supply products, system, and services for safety, critical control, and turbo machinery application, and the name of its hardware devices that utilize its three-station application software. The TreeConnex decoy service will simulate SIS controllers. A new IoT deception VM was added and will offer 3 different decoys: a Cisco router, HP network printer, and network IP camera. The Cisco router decoy allows to upload real Cisco iOS images and get a complete Cisco router devices supporting CLI, web management, and all other Cisco protocols like CDP and more. The HP printer decoy support all HP printer protocols including JDirect, web management, and more. The network IP camera decoy allows to upload fake videos file for live streaming and supporting all network camera protocol like web management, RTSP, UPnP, and more. A new model for detecting responder attacks included in the Windows decoy. Responder is a powerful tool for quickly gain credentials and possibly even remote system access. It uses LMNR, NBTNS, and MDNS protocols to poison and easy to use and very effective against vulnerable networks. In addition, we also add new deception lures such as HoneyDucks. HoneyDuck creates a Honey document including fake information to look appealing to attackers. It also includes a 101 pixel file as the tracking image so that you can see the IP of who opens the document in the FortiDeceptor incident response alert. The current HoneyDuck support Office and PDF file. The current FDC 1000F will be end of life in Q4 2021 and will get replaced by a new model called FDC 1000G. The new model will be available on the mid Q3 price list. Keep in mind, we still have FortiDeceptor 1000F stock for current customer RMA and core-term deals. Under the Incident Analysis and Threat Intelligence section, we add 2 new features to improve the malware analysis capability. The first feature is the integration between FortiDeceptor and FortiSandbox that allows the FortiDeceptor to submit a malicious file captured by the decoy to run in-depth analysis by the FortiSandbox. The malware analysis report will be available under the FortiDeceptor Incident Alert section. The second feature is the integration between FortiDeceptor and VirusTotal that allows the FortiDeceptor to submit malicious file MD5 to the virus total engine and get the malware scan analysis result based on 55 to 60 AV engine. The malware scan analysis result will be available under the FortiDeceptor incident alert section. As you can see in this stage, version 4 is a major release and we'll still have more to cover. So let's move to the fabric integration section. Under the fabric integration section, we add another FortiGate integration where FortiDeceptor will support the CTF Protocol. FortiGate admin will have the option to generate a mitigation response based on a FortiDeceptor real-time alert. In addition, we also add the SAML support for having a single sign-on from the FortiGate web management to the FortiDeceptor UI. We also expand the tight integration between FortiDeceptor and FortiNAC by adding a fabric connector based on the Gen webhook technology. Now let's review the last section regarding system features, where we add many exciting features and improve the current one. The most important feature is the new subscription license model. The new license will be a subscription bundle based on the number of network VLANs the product will cover when all the deception features are included. Of course, it will be exclude the Windows license the customer required to purchase. The new license will be available on the Q3 price list for FortiDeceptor VM only. And FortiDeceptor hardware will be included in the mid-Q3 price list. In addition, we also add a USG license for US federal customers. Please access the FortiDeceptor Fuse page for more information on the new license model. The platform scalability gets improved by adding support for 24 IP addresses per deception VM instead of the 16 IP addresses today. We also add the ability to choose more than a single NIC when a decoy deployment is required DHCP, and split the NIC for static IP instead of having a single NIC with many IP addresses attached to it. Another new feature is the hardware requirement benchmark widget for FortiDeceptor virtual appliance that provide the end user guidelines in real time regarding the system performance and the need for more virtual CPU and RAM resources. We also add more improvement to the current features, like add time zone for each login user based on his location to adjust the incident alerts time and date. Improve the CM manager to support Freemore image download from a different module. And we also improve the incident alerts email content. Now that we finish reviewing the new feature in version 4, let's move to see a product demo. Okay, now we are in the demo of version 4. As you can see, there is a new hardware requirement benchmark widget for FortiDeceptor virtual appliance only that will provide the end user guidelines in real time regarding the system performance and the need for more virtual CPU and RAM resources during deployment and ongoing maintenance. We can see here the amount of virtual CPU and RAM and the system recommendation for active decoy and maximum decoy VM alongside with the CPU usage and memory usage. Now let's move to the Deception OS. IT and IoT OT sensitive applications are always target for threat actor and APT. Deception application decoys are a key parameter for detecting attacks against critical application in infrastructure. In this version, we add the following IoT and OT decoys protocol. Let's go for the IoT decoy. You can choose from the IoT decoy best profile where you can customize the IoT protocol parameters. New IoT decoys like Cisco router, HP printer, and IP network camera. In this example, we see a Cisco router decoy that we can customize by uploading the Cisco iOS images, upload router running configuration, we can customize, and we have access to telnet services, HTTP, and CDP protocol. That basically CDP is a protocol that attacker looking to get while sniffing the network. Now let's move to the SCADA Decoy, what we call SCADA version 3. You can choose SCADA Decoy best profile where you can customize the IT and OT protocol parameters. New OT decoys like EcoStructure BMS, Management Server, PM5560 Power Meter, and SCADA PAC 333E We also add two new OT protocols like DNP3 and 3Connects to expand our OT offering. We also keep the SCADA Decoy version 2 compatibility, and the new SCADA version 3 has the ability to backup and restore SCADA version 2 configuration to the new SCADA version 3 decoy. Let's see how the attacker will see a PMM50 power meter decoy during attack engagement and HP printer. As we can see here, this is an IOT decoy running an HP decoy. We can see that we get the whole web management configuration of the printer, but actually everything is totally fake. The attacker keep engaged with the web management and all the activities get in record. Now let's go to the PowerLogic PM5560 series from Schneider Electric. Again, we can see here that we have all the web UI. Attacker can engage with the decoy, can access the setting, diagnostic information, and maintenance. And again, everything is fake. Under the configuration of the OT decoy, we can see the new protocol that we add, 3Connects from extra BM server. And if we go to the PM microprocessor, we can see the new DNP3 protocol. Beside the new decoys, we also add more deception lure and network attack detection. We add the feature of HoneyDucks. HoneyDucks create a Honey document, including fake password or financial data, to look appealing for attackers to open them. It uses pixel technology as the tracking image so that you can see the IP of who opens the document in your web server logs inside the network decoy. Let's see a simulation of threat actor that open a fake file that generate a beacon connection with the network decoy to trigger a detection alert while the attacker opening the file. As you can see, we have a Linux decoy that's running as a HoneyDucks server. We need to download the deception lure package in order to deploy them on the endpoint and servers. After downloading the token, we can see that under the Windows directory, we have a HoneyDucks directories. These files get deployed to the endpoint to directory that the user basically do not open, like recent documents, temp, and etc. Once the attacker compromises the endpoint and access the files, once he open a file, the file open as a legit file, but in the background, the file will communicate with the decoy. We can see here that I open the file and I get an alert that called HoneyDucks alert that somebody opened a fake file and we get the attacker IP. The whole attack framework is actually get captures. The file that get open, the connection, the IP that he came from, the time, and what kind of connection. And we see that the HoneyDuck opened the file that we clicked. In addition, we add the responder attack tool detection to the Windows decoy for detecting attacker in layer 2. We can see the configuration customization that we need to configure for detecting a threat actor or malware that use the responder tool. As you can see here, we deploy a Windows decoy and we have the responder configuration. In order to detect the attacker, we need to provide username, password, and domain, and the hostname that we want to send packet to the wire. The responder take advantage of a station that looking for hostname that not exist in the network. The moment the attacker using the responder tool detect a DNS query for a hostname that not exists, the responder will answer with his IP in order to get his credentials. In this case, when attacker will run a responder in a network with FortiDeceptor, he will get this fake username password and he will try to access the decoy. And once he accesses the decoy, we will get an alert. There are major changes under the incident analysis section as we improve the malware analysis capabilities by adding integration with FortiSandbox and VirusTotal. Malicious file that will get captured by the decoys will get additional in-depth analysis by the FortiSandbox and VirusTotal integration. The forensics analysis will be presented under the incident analysis section to centralize all the forensics data for the network analyst. We can see in this demo an example for an incident alert where the FortiSandbox and VirusTotal automatically analyzes malicious binary that gets captured by the network decoy. As we can see in the incident analysis, there is new two configuration button. One of them is the sandbox setting, where we'll configure the integration between FortiDeceptor and FortiSandbox. And the second one is the integration between FortiDeceptor and VirusTotal. For VirusTotal API key, you can use the community key that allow you to submit files around 4 files per minute. As we can see in this alert, we upload a file, a sample virus file called Icar, to the decoy. We can see under the analysis that we have the file, we have the VirusTotal result that 55 from 66 engine flag this file as malicious. We can download the VirusTotal detailed result. And we also have the FortiSandbox result, and we can download it, the PDF report. As we can see in the incident analysis, now we have more than just antivirus scanning. We also have the VirusTotal threat intelligence and also FortiSandbox integration to get more analysis against the malicious file. We had another FortiGate integration where FortiDeceptor will support the CTF Protocol. FortiGate admin will have the option to generate a mitigation response based on the FortiDeceptor real-time alert and also have quarantine automation via the upstream. Let's see a quick demo on how FortiGate admin can create a trigger with an action. Here we can see the Fabric upstream that we configure between FortiDeceptor and FortiGate. We configure the upstream connection. We can decide on quarantine via the upstream. And once we configure, the system will be in a pending mode till the FortiGate admin will approve the system. Once the FortiGate admin will approve the system, we will see the FortiDeceptor under the physical topology. We can see the management IP, the version, the build, and see the topology itself. Now, the CTF protocol allows the FortiGate to get alerts from the FortiDeceptor and generate automation. We can see under the automation that we can create a trigger, and under the trigger we will choose Fabric connection event. We will give it a name FortiDeceptor, for example. We will choose the connector FortiDeceptor. We will choose what kind of event we're willing to build automation. Let's assume that insider threat. And once we configure the connector, we can go to the action, and based on the trigger, to create an action that get a decision based on the connector. FortiGate connector has many options for isolation, automation, and etc. So we can choose one of the connector, the pre-bit connector, in order to trigger automation based on the FortiDeceptor alert. The CTF provides flexibility and improve the connectivity between FortiDeceptor and FortiGate in order to not just detect, also to mitigate a threat in a real time. In version 4, we also improve and expand the system scalability using the network configuration deployment wizard. A network decoy now supports up to 24 IP addresses instead of 16 IPs. As we can see in this demo, FortiDeceptor allows to add 24 IP addresses either for static or dynamic configuration. For DHCP, we also allow to choose more than one IP address, and we also change the way static IP get configured on the decoy, where each IP address get a separate NIC. We can see here in the wizard that regardless static or DHCP, we can configure 24 IPs per decoy. And also, when we choose a static IP, and let's assume that we choose 10 IPs, the system will create 10 separate NICs, unlike the past that we have one NIC with 10 IPs to avoid attacker fingerprint of the system. As you can see, version 4, we have plenty of innovation and new features. I encourage you to access the FortiDeceptor Fuse page to download the What's New deck that provide all the information with screenshot and etc. And also, and most important, to read the FortiDeceptor deck with the new license model. We are going to change the license model in Q3. So please access FortiDeceptor Fuse page, download the deck, read the entire information in order to understand the new model to have more business with FortiDeceptor. Thanks for joining us and feel free to contact us at any time.